What is up, internet? In today's video, I want to give you guys a tour of my whole DDR LTEK Stepmania Project Outbox, whatever you want to call it, home arcade style setup. Today's video, I'm going to go over everything that I have. Well, hopefully I don't miss anything. You guys get to see what I use, and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have about my setup. Let's get on with the tour. This is where the magic happens. This is my DDR LTEK setup. Of course, we got to start off with the soft mat on the wall. This is not like my first soft mat or anything like that. It's just something I bought off the internet. I paid $10 for two of them. This one is official PS2 from Konami. That's why it's on the wall. But the funny thing is, it's not on the wall with like screws or tape or anything like that. That's how I put it up there. So I'm renting this house. I don't know like where all these holes came from, but that's how it is. I haven't had time to like paint or fill in the holes. I'm not even sure how to do that. I'll figure it out eventually. This is my Walmart box fan. I need to replace this fan. It's barely doing anything, especially for how hot it gets in Florida. This garage becomes like an oven basically. So I definitely need a better fan. Of course, we have my DDR only shoes. These are the shoes I bought specifically to play on my LTEK with, so these shoes never leave the garage. Well, I try to never let them leave the garage anyways. This is my base bar. I made a video about this. A lot of people ask me about it. People see me play on stream with it. I need to make an updated video, but the TLDR of that video is basically going to be not recommended. For a few reasons. Number one, it's shorter than a bar at the arcade, which is annoying because I'm 6'4". I'm really tall. That's probably fixable if I was to make extra holes, right, for the safety pin to go into. But I don't have tools to do that or the know-how. And I haven't had time to like take it to a workshop or something. It's stuck in the second highest position, which really isn't high at all. And then another reason why I'm going to lift it up and hopefully you guys will see what happens. Okay, there you go. So as you can see right now, that's like the resting position. It is not wide enough to go over the pad. So that's how wide it comes normally. And what I would do is just kind of kick it until it fits. Probably not the best idea, and I just put a bunch of dirt on my LTEK. Whoops. Probably not the best idea in the world, but it works. It keeps the bar from moving. Well, moving too much anyways. And it's playable. If I could raise it, this bar will probably be perfect, but for now, it's a do not recommend from me. I don't know how the stability over time is going to be because I stretched it over the pad instead of it naturally fitting around it. Other people mention other bars. Probably better off spending your money elsewhere, considering especially how expensive this is. I got this on Black Friday for $100. Then I had to pay shipping and tax. It normally goes for $150. So $150 with a bunch of flaws and it had damage out of the box. Would not recommend. Okay, now to the meat and potatoes of this video. This is basically the setup right here. This is a 32-inch Samsung 1440p monitor. I believe it's 144 or 165 hertz. I only use it up to 120. I'm pretty sure that's all my system supports. It's a 32-inch 1 millisecond. This right here is one of my favorite purchases ever. It is a Stream Deck Mini, and I put the old school DDR menu buttons on, which is phenomenal. So this button is if I get a new high score. Oh wait, the speaker's not on.
A new record! Wow! It's a new record!
New record!
So I have it cycle between 3 sound effects at random. If any of you have any new record sound effects that I should add to this, please let me know. I would love to add more. I only have 3, which is not really a good enough amount for me. This is a cheap sound bar that I found on Amazon. If I didn't mention already, all the links will be in the description for everything that I'm using. In case you are liking what I got, you want to get it for yourself. This sound bar doesn't get too loud, but if you're in a enclosed environment like this, right? Like there's nothing else around you, there's no other noise. This is my garage. So for the most part, I'm the only person in here, not really too much noise going on. And even if the washing machine or dryer is on, I barely hear them. I'm mostly hearing that speaker. So it's good enough for me. Do I wish it was a little bit louder? Yeah, but you kind of get what you pay for. Oh, by the way, since we're doing this video, let's just do this now. There you go. This is my personal MacBook. I use this for work, for video editing, for YouTube, for a bunch of stuff. OBS and Stepmania, or Project Outfox in my case, runs fine. This will run at 120 frames per second while streaming at 60 in full 1080p. So love my MacBook. It's really awesome. It does the trick. I'll put the specs of the MacBook on screen because there's so many different variants. I don't even know which one I have. I got a more expensive one when it came out. This is the M3 Pro series. It's the 1 terabyte in space black, but I don't know exactly the specs, so I'll put that on screen for you. I also have a USB to USB-C hub kind of thing. That's where I plug in all my stuff. Things will get plugged into there. At the top over here is my personal phone. Now I need to get a webcam there. For now, I just use my phone. I've purchased a few webcams like this one over here, but it's absolutely horrible. It's so dark, you can't see anything. I use my phone for now until I save up a little bit of money that I can get a nice, high quality webcam. My phone is gonna have to do. And my phone is what gets me this angle. Let me shut off the advanced screen thing. Okay. We're gonna go to this one. So as you can see, that is the angle. So we have this regular view, which is most of the time me talking. You can see me play when I go from bar to no bar, whatever. This is where the gameplay happens. And that's the foot cam from my iPhone up there. Now for the regular camera, we're using my vlogging camera. Now I have another YouTube channel. I haven't really felt comfortable sharing it yet because of how different the content is from that channel to this one. But this is my personal vlogging camera. This is the Sony ZV-E1. There you go. This camera usually costs anywhere from $2,200 to $2,500, depending on if you buy it with a kit lens or not. I got it for the low price of $1,100 without a lens. It was some kind of crazy Amazon Prime Day sale going on, and Best Buy was like matching their prices. And then this one was open box. So I got it at a really, really good deal, basically 50% off, which is absolutely ridiculous. I saved up money editing videos for people and was able to purchase it. This tripod is a cheap tripod from Amazon. It's nothing special. It wobbles a bit because of how the tripod is built. If you've ever seen a regular tripod, you know how the legs like go out really from the top, or like from the center the legs will go out. Because the legs go out from the bottom, this has tipped over a few times. Thank God my camera hasn't broken from it, but would not recommend a tripod like this. This tripod was only really meant for vlogging purposes, but I decided to use it here, and I haven't really moved it from here since. So I definitely need to get a better setup for my garage. Until then, this is what I'm using. Now, this lens on my camera is a Viltrox 20mm f2.8 lens. It's only around $200, and I have a special edition white one that matches the color of the Sony camera itself. Believe it or not, this is a full frame lens, and it was actually cheaper when I bought it because there was some kind of fall sale going on, so I only paid like $150 for it, which is absolutely bonkers. This microphone, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's not even being used. This microphone is what's being used for all my audio. So my voice, the sound, the footsteps, the music, everything is being picked up by this microphone. This is a Blue Snowball Black Edition, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very good mic. Me and my cousins used to use this when we was trying to make funny music, funny songs, and it picked up our voices pretty well. So definitely a good enough mic for this setup. This desk I found on OfferUp for like $10 because there's a paint spill on it. I would rather have a paint spill and pay $10 for a desk than to give $100 on a new one without a paint spill. I never even noticed the paint, honestly. I'm just looking at the screen 99% of the time. So most of the time when I stream, it's really dark in this garage. So I put my little light on this tripod, and then I have the tripod face me, something like this, and then I plug it in so it could charge while I'm using it, because I don't want it to just randomly die out midstream or whatever. So I have this really short USB-C cable. Plug it in like that. We get the little charging notification, and then I put it on, and it does a decent job. I would definitely like to get a better light on this wall facing me. That way I'll have my whole body light up better, or lit up better, because you can't really see the light too much. It definitely helps when it's really dark in the garage, but right now you're not going to be able to tell the difference. And then for other miscellaneous stuff, I have this whole situation here. Computer charger. Usually I run this computer charger behind the desk, but I was lazy today. This is my iPhone charger. I'm currently using that to keep the camera powered on. And then this right here is a mini HDMI or micro HDMI, I'm not too sure. But it's a really long cable that feeds into this. This allows my camera's image, whatever it sees, to be displayed in OBS on this screen right here. And then of course we have our HDMI, which I'm so happy that Apple brought the HDMI port back on their MacBooks, because that was like a stupid decision to get rid of that. And then I have this little thing that holds the cable in place, so whenever I'm not playing, the cable doesn't just fall to the floor, it stays right there, which is very easy for me to plug back in. The dream would be to have like another kind of setup here to do this, instead of having to constantly bring my laptop in my garage. But then I would need something powerful enough to run the game at 120 frames and also stream it. All my songs, like whenever I made new songs or whatever, I would have to bring the memory card in the garage and do a lot of stuff. So the MacBook is good enough. It's not like I hate having Stepmania on my MacBook. I love playing Stepmania on keyboard. So it is what it is with that situation. And one of the last things, if it's not the last, is my heart rate monitor. This is what shows my heart rate on stream. It's not necessary. I just think it's cool to get like a visual of what's going on, a reading. When you see my heart rate getting really high, when I'm doing a really intense song, it like adds to the dramaticness of the stream. So yeah. So that is my setup. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys have any questions, please leave in the comment below. I'll be sure to get back to you and answer any questions you might have. I am Nivik, and you are a blessing. Thanks for watching.